Hi, this is Steve Davis over at Total Wealth Academy, and this is Investor Tip Tuesday. This is actually part 2 of a 2-part series. Last week we talked about the concept that titles mean nothing as a rule. We're told to respect certain people and listen to certain people, parents, teachers, professors, bosses, and eventually people get desperate and they hire financial planners. You're supposed to listen to them. And I explained why that's not a good idea. But how do you fill in the void that's left once you stop listening to those people? What you have to understand is that your beliefs, this belief table comes from Anthony Robbins, and he of course got it from just some psychology book, so this is nothing new. This is something that's been around for decades, and it's a principle because it works in every aspect of your life. In other words, if you're having trouble with your marriage, you want to watch this. You're having trouble with your fitness, you want to watch this. You're having trouble with your finances, you want to watch this. See, what happens is, if you can imagine, this is a tabletop, and your beliefs sit on the tabletop, held up by the legs of past experience. If I ask you if the eye of a stove is hot, you're probably going to say yes. If I ask you why you believe that, you're going to give me your past experience. You're going to say, I cooked on it, I burnt my hand on it, I boiled water on it. I know the eye of a stove is hot. But even at 6 months of age, you knew the eye of a stove was hot. Why? Because someone who loved you, stopped you, picked you up, hugged you, kissed you, and said, sweetheart, please don't put your hand up there, it's hot. That's a thing called referral past experience, and in that case, it's excellent. The problem is, as with titles, most of our referral past experience is not quality, it's poor and unqualified. Yet we're running around with these beliefs based off of other people's past experience, and they're unqualified. Let me look at this. I'll share with you an example from about 25 years ago. I was at an event where I was complaining about my car note, my house note, my pay, all this stuff. And a mentor came up to me and said, Steve, what are you doing with your money? Why are you bitching and moaning? And I said, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I am diversified. Well, when he stopped laughing at me, which seemed like about 30 minutes, but it was only a few seconds, he proceeded to ask me why I believed I was supposed to be diversified. Again, the belief is diversification. What am I going to tell him? I'm going to give him my referral past experience, aren't I? The first thing that came out of my mouth was my parents' referral past experience had taught me not to put all my eggs what? And you can all finish that statement, can't you? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, he asked me quickly, were your parents in the financial position that you want to be in? Have they ever been? And I went, no. Does it make sense when I suddenly realized that their referral past experience was unqualified? I should not have been listening to them about money. I said, but wait a second. When I was in high school, I took college prep economics. My high school teachers taught me not to put all my eggs in one basket. What do you think he asked me? Were your high school teachers in the financial position that you want to be in? I said, no. Can you see that leg is now knocked out from under that belief? 2 legs knocked out from under the belief. How well does a table stand with only 2 legs? Not very well, right? Can you see this belief of diversification getting ready to fall into disbelief? I shut up at that point, but when I was at Texas A&M, I audited a class where I went in A professor came in and, just like me, complained about his car note, his house note, his pay, and then did guess what? Taught 150 kids economics. I became painfully aware at this point that all of my beliefs about money had come from people unqualified to give them to me. Not malicious, not stupid, they just didn't know. Were your parents, teachers, and professors multimillionaire entrepreneurs? They weren't, were they? Maybe they're not qualified to give you financial advice. And some of you, as I mentioned, have gotten desperate and you went and hired a financial planner. The average financial planner in the United States makes 65 grand a year. You make more money than they do in many cases, yet you hire them to teach you how to retire and get rich. They can't do it for themselves, but somehow they're going to do it for you. Here's the solution. Here's the solution. Stop listening to people who are unqualified and start educating yourself with people who are qualified. Do any of you know what Andrew Carnegie said about diversification over 120 years ago? Now, this is a billionaire. He said, put all your eggs in one basket and spend your entire life making sure nobody kicks over your basket. Now, isn't it funny? Every one of you could finish the sentence, don't put all your eggs in one basket, but I bet less than 1% of you knew what Andrew Carnegie said, put all your eggs in one basket. For more contemporaries, instead of listening to your parents, listen to Andrew Carnegie, listen to Peter Lynch, listen to Sam Walton, listen to Warren Buffett, who all call it diversification, diversified. See, there is a time and a place for diversification. I'm not going to go into that right now. But where most people are diversified, and I'm talking 90% of Americans, they're diversified incorrectly. They're diversified in a way that simply protects them from ignorance. It's, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to make money, so I'm going to put a little money in 10 different places and hope for the best. See, if you know what you're doing, if you honestly know where to make the highest rate of return, where should you put all your money? In the highest rate of return. Not diversified, right where it makes the most money. So what you want to do is make sure that every person that you're getting your information from is qualified. You don't go to the guy 100 pounds overweight and ask him how to lose weight. You don't go to the guy who's been divorced 4 times and ask him about marriage. You go to successful people, people who have gotten the results from their life that you want, and all you do is just imitate them. It's that simple. So please use this tool, question all of your beliefs, get rid of the bad referral past experience, and replace it with effective past experience. This means reading, going to seminars, meeting new people. Get out there and do it. Take control of your belief system, and you can change your life. That's Investor Tip Tuesday. Thanks for watching.